Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Casks-n-Que, where whiskey and barbecue meet. I'm your host, Justin Lloyd, and today I'm going to show you how I made these amazing, smoky, delectable, tender, juicy, spicy pork belly burnt ends with a kick. It's coming up right now. Here is 3 1/3 pounds of pork belly. Usually I buy a whole pork belly, but I'm just feeding a small crowd today, so we went with this small piece of pork belly, 3 1/3 pounds. Flip her over, see what we're looking like. Nice. Pretty good amount of meat to fat ratio, you can see there. And this is what they make bacon out of. When I say they, I mean people that make bacon. I don't know. Bacon farmers? This end piece here, that's just not going to render down. There's no meat. Get rid of it. Kind of an odd piece right there. And right here, nothing but fat, so let's take that off. As you can see there, nothing but fat. Maybe go a little further until we start getting into some meat. Let's see, go a little further and see what we got. There we go, starting to get into some meat there, which means I might need to trim some of this fat cap off. So let's do that. Just gonna kind of work my way down little by little. You don't want these too fatty. Just keep your knife flat and kind of angled up, and that way you don't get into the meat. You want some fat there, just not a whole lot to where it doesn't render down and you just bite into a big piece of fat. That's not good. There we go. I might get rid of this little patch right there. Yeah, perfect. You can see the meat now. All right, let's get this cubed up. We're just gonna go in about, inch cubes or slices or whatever you want to call it. Like that. Don't have to be perfect, but you do want to get as close as you can just by eyeballing it, Otherwise you'll have some pieces that cook too fast. You want to make sure your pork belly is really cold. It makes it a lot easier to work with. As soon as it starts getting hot, that fat starts to melt a little bit, and it makes it difficult to work with. So let's go ahead and do our cubes. See, there we go. Kind of see where the meat and the fat, there's fat all throughout that meat right there. All right, there you have a pile of pork belly burnt ends. Well, the cubes anyway. I'm going to throw these into this Tupperware here so that I can get them seasoned up a little bit easier. All right, we're going to season this pork belly with my brand new rub, Pyro Candy. Link in the description box below if you want to try some. So this Pyro Candy is meant for all kinds of different things. Ribs, chicken, you can do brisket, whatever you want. It's got a little sweet and a little heat. Let's flip these over so we get rub on all sides. Another healthy dose. Remember, we want these to be nice and barky, so don't be shy with that rub. If you're not using Pyro Candy, then use the rub of your choice. I won't be mad at you. Nice and coated. Now we'll let this just hang out for a little bit while we fire up the gravity-fed smoker. We have a new pit? What? So I got an old Country BBQ Pit gravity-fed smoker. This one came from a buddy of mine. It's gently used. He gave me a great deal on it, so I was like, heck yeah, I'll take it. So I drove up to Jonesboro, Arkansas and snagged it. I can't be happier with it. Thank you, Eric. And my buddy welded on some awesome cast iron wheels so I can move this thing around. Big shout out to Jalen, he does great work. So let's get this thing fired up. Let's get this guy open. So that's where you light your fire. Light it at the bottom. As you can see, there's a bracket right there to put your tumbleweeds or whatever you're going to use to light your charcoal. Charcoal is going to be in this chute that's on the side, and this is how you get to it. Open that up, and this is just to help with the air gap. I don't know if you can really see down in there, but that's where you put your wood and charcoal. And gravity fed, as you know, or maybe you don't, when you put charcoal in there, you light it from the bottom. As the charcoal burns at the bottom, of course, all that charcoal, that unlit charcoal, is going to go down the chute over time. I found that if I run lump charcoal, this thing goes for about 14 hours if I'm at about 250 degrees. But a lot of times I put a wood split in there, and that cuts the time down to maybe 12 hours. And that's what we're going to do today. There we go. I'm going to keep this other one just on top of the smoker there. And once my coals get going, I'm going to put that split down there at the bottom, and the wood will start catching from the embers that fall down, and that smoke will rise and go throughout the chamber. Let's take a look at the chamber. As you can see, it's got a lot of room. I did put an aluminum pan down there. I lined it with aluminum foil just to catch any drippings for easy cleanup. 1, 2, 3 nice size racks. So it has plenty of capacity for what I'm doing. I think you can get about 9 pork butts in there. And today we're just going to use a couple tumbleweeds. They fit snugly in these little brackets right here. There we go. Go ahead and get this closed up. You can see that smoke's already coming out. There we go. And for this cook, I am going to be using the blower motor. This is a Firebird model. So basically it has a probe that goes into the cook chamber. It's on a rack, and there's a fan that's going to attach to the back of that door. Let me show you. That fan screws directly into that valve right there. And if the temperature ever drops below what you set it, that fan automatically kicks on to stoke the fire. Let's go ahead and open our baffle. Good to go. Now we just wait. All right, as you see, I went ahead and closed the door because we're starting to get some good smoke flow coming through the chimney there. And I'm going to go ahead and put on the fireboard to manage the temperature on this thing. So this is the fan that comes with it. Fits perfectly, just threads right in there. We want to make sure this little thing right here is down so the air can come through the fan and into the chamber. And this is open. Right now we're sitting at 87 degrees. We're going to plug that fan into the port. Goes right there. And on my app, which you're not going to be able to see, I'll change the temperature on channel 1 to 250 degrees. All right, I just set it to 250. So that means that fan's going to kick on in just a second. I'm going to put my microphone next to the fan so you can hear that it kicked on. All right, that's going to get up to 250 degrees. And once it does, we'll throw on our pork belly burnt ends. Okay, our smoker is up to 250 degrees. I have this wire rack here. Makes it easy to put the pork bellies on and off the smoker. The pork belly burnt ends, I should say. So I'm just going to put them on this guy. Makes for easy transportation. Put them on this rack. Close the door. Latch it. We're good to go. We're going to let that run for about 2 hours. We might throw some apple cider vinegar spritz on there just so they don't crisp up too much, and we'll be right back. I have this handy dandy tool that cores out jalapenos. Take it like so. And all you do is go around the edge. Nothing to it. Get all the seeds out. There's one. And two. Just gonna put these guys on the smoker for about 30 minutes. That's how our pork belly burn-ins are looking so far. We're getting close. Okay, so those pork belly burn-ins have been going for about 2 hours. Let's go ahead and get them in an aluminum pan, doctor them up, and put them back on the smoker. Just gonna dump these right in there. There we go. Now we have some work to do. We're gonna add some butter, some Blues Hog Champions blend, barbecue sauce, a little more pyro candy, and some local honey. Some honey. This is the real deal. This comes from some beekeepers here locally. Come back in with some more pyro candy. Cover these up with some aluminum foil. And back onto the smoker. 4 hours later and we are done. I probed these and they're right at 205 degrees internal. Let's take a look. Look at that. Oh, that's gonna be so good. I cannot wait to taste one of these. They're piping hot right now, so we're gonna let them hang out and kind of rest. And let's go ahead and get those jalapenos sliced up while we wait on these to cool down just a little bit. All right, nothing to this. We're gonna slice them pretty thin. All right, let's plate some of these up. I can't wait to try one of these. Got to get jalapeno, and we got to go with one of these big boys right here. Let's dig in. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Oh my God. I'll tell you what, it is so good. Sweet, heat, a little bit of earthy notes. That Blues Hog barbecue sauce, the competition style or competition blend, whatever it's called. Stuff is delicious. Just the right amount of richness. Got a lot of brown sugar flavor. The smoked jalapeno, man, that is a pro move. You gotta try it. It kind of cuts through all the fatty richness of the pork belly and gives it a nice herbaceous crunch with a little bit of kick at the end. That little back end heat that you love to have on good barbecue. Hey, this is super easy, inexpensive. Just follow the video just like I did it. You're gonna love it. Serve it to your buddies when you're having a tailgate party or if you're having a football party at your house. Whatever the event may be, these are always gonna be a hit. If you don't mind, go ahead and like, subscribe, and smash that bell. It's the best way to help this channel grow, and we appreciate it. We'll see you next time.